All right, Ruvindu, take it away.
Um, uh, am I handing it over to Dr. Dilan?
Well, you're
Uh,
hosting, so then I turn it over to you, and you introduce Dr. Dillon, and then we go from there.
okay,
Okay.
cool. So, thank you very much, Dr. Rhodes. So, I'm really happy to have this event. I can't remember which time we are having this right now, but we have had several events throughout the course, and I'm really happy for the collaboration between University of Ruhana as well as the University of Arkansas. So, on behalf of University of Ruhuna as an alumnus as well as University of Arkansas, I would like to invite Dr. Dilan to kick off the event here today. Thank you for coordinating the event between us, Dr. Dilan.
Okay, thank you very much, Ravindu. So, first of all, good morning to all participants from the University of Arkansas, and a good afternoon to everyone joining us from University of Ruhana and other universities across Sri Lanka. Even though the participation is low, we can start this session now. Actually, it is my great pleasure to officially commence this awareness session on the Cell and Molecular Biology graduate program at the University of Arkansas. As you can see here, today we are privileged to be joined by three esteemed resource persons from the University of Arkansas. So they will explain us a lot of things within next 1.5 hours. In addition, we are also delighted to welcome four PhD candidates, distinguished alumni of University of Ruhuna. You will be able to see them. Actually, you may have seen them and you may have met them previously, so you can listen to their speeches as well. So they will explain their experiences with us. They will share their experiences with us. So this will be a really fruitful session as a result of that. As Rovindu mentioned, this session marks the third consecutive year we have gathered for this important event, according to my knowledge. Actually, this is the third time I am also introducing this session like this. So it is a really important thing and it's a really good thing according to my view. So we can start this session now. To start this session, first I cordially invite Senior Professor Sunita Gunavikrama to deliver the welcome address and share the key objectives and purpose of the today's session. Over to you, madam.
Okay, thank you, Dilan. So again, good morning to you guys at UARC, and also good evening to the other participants in our region. Yes, I want to officially welcome you all to this session, especially our resource persons, the speakers from UARC side, and Dr. Douglas Rhodes. He's the director of the Cell and Molecular Biology program at University of Arkansas Graduate School. So he is the one actually who initiated this through our dear Dr. Kannan. uh, Once we knew him from our his sabbatical period at the University of Ruhuna through his Fulbright fellowship. Then he suggested to have this awareness session. So that's a little bit of history about this collaboration and collaborative effort actually. In order to make the potential graduate students from Sri Lanka as well as from the region, not only from Ruhuna University, because we have been joined by students from Colombo, Peradeniya earlier as well. So I believe that there may be some students joining from other universities as well. So again, I want to welcome Dr. Douglas Rhodes. He's the director and a busy person, but he was always available for us to have this awareness session in a fruitful manner so that some of our students will become more aware of the opportunities and also the place, the university, and the procedures all will be briefed by these resource persons from our colleagues. So without taking too much time, Dr. Raghupati Kannan, again, now a dear colleague from our UARC side, so that he has been actually a wonderful mentor for most of our students who made through this difficult process to the other side, now becoming actually successful grad students at UARC. So welcome you to this session, and it was wonderful to have you. Because last time I remember that you were in a remote Malaysia and we could not see your face, but this time we can see your face as well. And then the other speakers today will be our alumni from Ruhana and successful graduate students now at UARC under the Cell and Molecular Biology program, I believe all of them are. Isini, Rohindu, Prabha, Nadishani. Nadishani also has had joined us previously as well. So all of you guys, I welcome you to this session, and it was wonderful to have you and see your encouragement and the commitment towards this kind of awareness programs. So not only welcome, I also want to give my heartiest thanks to all of you. So I hope we'll have a very fruitful awareness session. And that's my moment now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, madam. Then we can continue this session. So first, I cordially invite Dr. Douglas Rhodes, the director of the Cell and Molecular Biology graduate program, as well as Dr. Adnan Al-Rubey, associate director of the Cell and Molecular Biology graduate program, to start this session and continue this.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dillon. I am Douglas Rhodes. I am a faculty member at the University of Arkansas. I have been here for 36 years now. I was hired by the university to bring molecular genetics to the campus. That led to the hiring of a number of faculty across the campus, and then the necessity for creating a new graduate program not owned by any department, but owned by the faculty who are members, and that is the Cell and Molecular Biology graduate program. It is an interdisciplinary, cross-college graduate program run out of the graduate school. It does not belong to any department. It is owned by the faculty who are members. I have been the director of that program since 2006. And a former student of mine, Dr. Adnan Al-Rubai, who was from Iraq and was a scholarship student, came to work in my lab, became very successful in his research and his teaching, and is now an assistant professor tenure track in the Department of Poultry Science. He has been the associate director of the program since 2013. And I'm going to cover the Cell and Molecular Biology program, which has a Master of Science and a Doctor of Philosophy degrees. Those are the degrees we offer. We do not have an undergraduate program. Currently, this program has 120 faculty scattered across 4 colleges in 18 different departments, and you can see the 18 departments listed here. The colleges involved are the College of Education and Health Professions, the College of Engineering, the College of Agriculture, Food, and Life Science, and the College of Arts and Sciences. So we are distributed on 4 different campuses in the beautiful city of Fayetteville, Arkansas, in 18 departments, and probably 25 different buildings. So spread out over a distance of maybe 16 kilometers. The program got its inception in 2000, and in 2025 was rated tied for 100 in U.S. public universities. Oh, that's the University of Arkansas is rated tied for 100 in the top U.S. public universities in the latest ranking by U.S. News and World Report. The cell and molecular biology program in 2000 got its start. In 2013, we had 50 graduate students in the program, and we now have nearly 100. So we doubled the size of the program to 100. We've dropped back just a little bit now to around 90, but it is a highly diverse program. One of the things that Dr. Al-Rubaye and I are most proud of is that we are the most culturally diverse graduate program on campus. We have more than 15 countries represented across the 90 students in the program, and we are very proud of that. The graph here just shows the enrollment over the years, starting from 0 through 2024. The numbers for 2025 don't become official until we get to December. We are one of the 2 largest graduate programs, but we have the largest international student enrollment. 70% of our students are international students from more than 20 countries, and we currently have 6 students from Sri Lanka and 1 more that is going to start in the spring. So we are very fortunate to have been recruiting in Sri Lanka. This really started, 8 years ago when a Fulbright student came from Sri Lanka to get her master's degree in my lab, and she is currently finishing her PhD in a different lab. So there's a lot of Fulbright that has contributed to this collaboration between Sri Lanka and the University of Arkansas. Dr. Kannan was on a Fulbright scholarship to Sri Lanka, and he came back and told me they have so many bright students that are well educated, and so we have been trying to increase that enrollment, and I think it's working. So this just shows the number of degrees awarded per year up through 2024, and obviously the 2025 numbers are not complete yet. But you will see that the majority of our graduations are in PhD, and that's going to become important later, so wait for that. The cell and molecular biology program continues to grow in numbers of students, but also in grant funding. This is by year times $1,000. So our current funding, you'll notice that there's a big drop from here down to here. We had a $10 million USDA grant that lasted for these 5 years, and that expired, but we currently have nearly $1 million in funding. And peer-reviewed publications, which is always very important, continue to rise on a nice trajectory. So the most significant changes in the program have been that we've gone from less than 60 to more than 100 students, and we're now the largest PhD program on the campus. PhD. So my next topic is to cover the application process, to give you some of the nuances of how you get an admission to this program. And always it's important to cover the source of assistantships and who pays the tuition, so the costs. So the most critical requirement for getting an admission offer from the cell and molecular biology program is that you must secure a faculty sponsor. That faculty sponsor will accept you into their research program, guide you through your research project, pay for that research project, and arrange for your assistantship and tuition. So they're going to be the money person and the idea person. To help with this, we ask that each applicant, actually, we don't ask, we require that each applicant fill out a CEMB applicant profile. The template for this is available on our website. We'll get to the website in a little bit. Besides submitting the CEMB applicant profile, applicants then are expected to email faculty to find a faculty sponsor. To do this, we have on our website, again, suggested format for that email. The emails must be personalized. If you send emails to faculty that all look the same, so-called generic emails that could be sent to any professor, the history of that is most faculty will not respond if the email is, "Dear Professor, this is who I am. Do you have any openings in your research?" If you send that to me, I will answer it, but most faculty will not. You must personalize it by going to their research webpage and finding out what they do, using their name in their address, "Dear Dr. Rhodes." That at least says you know who you're sending it to. It's not a form letter. You can tell them a little bit about you, but you have to speak to what that faculty member is doing that interests you. Doesn't have to be very long, but just show that you know who they are and what they're doing. We admit students to start both the fall, spring, or summer sessions, but most admissions are for the fall every year. To get an admission offer, though, you have to start now. That's why we're having this meeting now, because by November or December of this year, you need to find a faculty sponsor if you want to start fall of 2026, meaning August 2026. That means you need to be emailing and finding a faculty sponsor right now. Why? Because we start off that. I'm a little tongue-tied this morning. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee. Ah, there's Dr. Al-Rubaye. Wave, Dr. Al-Rubaye. So,
Good evening.
or late afternoon, or early morning. So, we start awarding assistantships for fall 2026 in January of 2026. There are additional fellowships that we can offer, and Ruvindu can talk about how important those fellowships are, because he's got one. Those additional fellowships, which come on top of the assistantship, we start off awarding those in February for fall 2026. So right now is the time to be finding a faculty sponsor, finding somebody who has an opening, who has the funding to take on an excellent student. You can actually do that before you actually formally apply. Why is that important? Because in order to formally apply, you have to submit all your information through our web portal, the application portal, and pay a $75 application fee. But you can find a faculty sponsor well before you even start the application, the official application process. To do that, you send emails, you get a faculty member who responds that maybe they have an opening. You discuss that opening, maybe do a video interview with that faculty. They then say, "Okay, I'm going to sponsor you, you need to submit your application. Then you can start the process of formally applying. But by that, even before that, you know that that faculty member, he or she is going to award you an assistantship and pay your tuition. And if they're really nice, you can ask them, could you possibly pay my application fee for me? Then you don't have to pay the $75. So you see how this works? Find a faculty sponsor who has the money, and then they will fund your entire process, the assistantship, the application fee, and the tuition. Now, it's very important to realize that about 80% of our students are PhD students. 20% are master's students. That is because most of the faculty would much rather have a PhD student who is going to work for 5 or 6 years doing lots of research as opposed to a master's student who is probably going to do only 1 year's worth of work. They're going to be in the program for 2 years, but they only do about a year's worth of work. So that's a very low return on the investment. You do not have to have a master's degree to apply for the PhD program. You just have to have a bachelor's degree. And we prefer that. All right? So if there are any questions about that, one thing to remember is you can always type questions into chat as they come up.
Doug, can you address the 3 or 4 year bachelor's requirement?
Yes, I can. The University of Arkansas prefers 4-year bachelor programs, but will accept a 3-year bachelor if the faculty in the program, the faculty member that's sponsoring and the program accept it. I can say that because I had a student from India, female student who had a 3-year bachelor's degree. She came to my lab. She spent 6 years getting a PhD, and she is now a postdoc in New Jersey. And I visited her in New York City a year and a half ago. Is that good enough, Dr. Kanan?
Perfect. That's a common question I'm asked.
So, to reiterate, the faculty member, your faculty sponsor, is going to arrange for the assistantship and the tuition. Students only pay fees. Typically, a student on an assistantship takes 6 credit hours every fall and spring, which means that the student fees are going to be about $500 a semester. That faculty sponsor also is going to chair both of your graduate committees, the advisory committee and the examination committee. What those do is not relevant right now. When you get in the program, you can figure that out, okay? So now, one of the key things is that for your research project and your faculty sponsor, you should be focusing on what techniques you're going to learn and what research processes you're going to be involved in. You shouldn't come in saying, I want to work on cancer. I want to work on stem cells. That's an area of research, but the techniques you learn will allow you to work on any organism or any subject matter you want. We have lots of different expertises in molecules, microscopes, machines, in working in the areas of genetics, genomics, bioinformatics, and proteomics. These are the sorts of things you should be focused on learning so that then you can take those techniques and work on any subject matter you want. So rather than focusing on, I want to work on cancer, maybe you should be focusing more on where am I going to get the skills to work on genomics and cell culture, because then you can work on cancer later. I say that because too many applicants get focused on, I want to work on human cancer. Well, if you want to come to the University of Arkansas and work on human cancer, there's only one or two people that are focused on that, and they have full labs, and they don't have money to take on another student. I myself started my career to work on genomics, working on Chinese hamster tissue culture cells, which morphed into working on human tissue culture cells. And guess what? I now work on the genomics of bacteria that infect chickens. But everything I learned working on hamster cells and human cells is directly applicable to chickens and bacteria. So be focused on where you can learn techniques and how to do research. So what sorts of assistantships can the faculty member arrange for? Some faculty have access, their departments have access to teaching assistantships. For example, I'm in the Department of Biological Sciences, and so if I take graduate students, there is a need for 70 different graduate students to be teaching assistants in the Department of Biological Sciences. So there's lots of teaching assistantships that are generally only for fall and spring, because we need those people. The teaching assistants generally oversee and coordinate and do preparations for lab sections. Some departments have state-funded research assistantships. So the state of Arkansas gives that department 5 assistantships to use. Most of our faculty have grant funding, and some of that grant funding can pay for research assistantships. In addition, the Cell and Molecular Biology program funds 10 research assistantships every year. And so if a faculty member wants to accept you into the program, in December, they could apply for a CEMB research assistantship to start fall of 2026. And then these supplemental fellowships, the Doctoral Academy Fellows and Distinguished Doctoral Fellows, one of them adds $12,000 a year on top of your assistantship. The other adds $22,000. So if you get an assistantship of $25,000 and you qualify for a DDF, then you would get $47,000 per year. For the DAF and the DDF, because of these fellowships are funded by a donation to the university, to the graduate school, a $100 million donation. The minimum GPA is 3.5 on a 4.0 scale, and you must submit scores for the GRE that are in the 50th percentile or higher. Now, the Cell and Molecular Biology program does not require the GRE. It is not a requirement to apply for the CEMB. But if you're going to qualify for one of these 2 fellowships, you must submit GRE scores. And if there are questions about that, we can deal with that during the Q&A. So, since you need to hear somebody else's voice, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Al-Rubaye to talk about Fayetteville and why the U of A.
Hi again. So Fayetteville, Arkansas is located in the northwest region of the state of Arkansas, and you will see the map right here. So as you can see, Arkansas is not a very well-known state, and many people never even hear the name, but we're located to famous states like Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. And the red pointer is going to show that we are really in the upper northwest part of the region. Currently, the city has around 106,000 people, and it's part of the metro northwest Arkansas metropolitan area, which has around 500,000 people. This picture on the left is for Dixon Street, which is the downtown of Fayetteville, Arkansas. Uh, the city was founded in 1829. It's part of the Ozark Mountains region. The nice thing about the city is that there are, excuse me, mountains surrounding the city from nearly every direction, which helps sometimes provide protection to the city from natural disasters. Also, one more beautiful thing about the city is that you will be able to see four seasons throughout the year. Very nice, beautiful fall, which to me one of the most beautiful seasons. Beautiful spring, summer, humid, hot, and also winter. You will be able to see sometimes snow. In fact, one of the years there was 22 inches of snow in one of the years when I think around 12 years ago. Next, please. City has been consistently ranked among top cities to live in the United States. For example, this report from CNN Money shows that the city is among the 100 best places to live. There is another report from Most Livable Cities saying that the city is one of America's most livable cities, one of the 10 most low-cost locals were plentiful of jobs, number 4 among the country's best places for business and career. And it's important to mention that sometimes, again, as far as TAs or RAs, you may get similar amount of payment if you're going to Arkansas or Texas, but the cost of living here is reasonably lower than other states. Plus, you get to enjoy free transportation system that's provided by the University of Arkansas. We do have a bus station in the heart of the campus, and those buses and drivers and all the expenses related to those buses are paid by the University of Arkansas. And it's not only for students, but for everyone that lives in the city. So you can hop on the bus and go anywhere you want in the city, mall, Walmart, or anywhere else. We highly encourage students to rent apartments or live in places that are on the bus route. Excuse me. What I like about this bus is that there is an app and you actually can see where the bus is, and you don't need to go outside your apartment until the bus is near your apartment. You can see the pictures on this slide. The one on the lower left-hand side is Old Main, which is the oldest building on campus. It's the home to Fulbright College. This building was established 1871, has this tower at the top, which is the Old Main Tower. And there are two towers. There's one on the other end. We post those towers on most of our souvenirs and shirts. And Dr. Rhodes and myself, if you come to campus, most of the times you'll see us wearing shirts that has the Old Main Tower. On
It's
the
also behind you, Adnan.
Say again?
It's also behind you.
It's behind me as well. You can see it in that picture as well. The photos on the lower right-hand side, so the one in the middle is actually for the fall. You will see all different colored trees. The one on the right is also for some of the students studying on the beautiful lawn on campus. So, very hilly area. In fact, many people make fun of some of the students saying that, basically you can have a free gym just by walking on campus. My department is the Department of Poultry Science, and sometimes just walking to other side of campus, I need to walk plenty, and also it's a very hilly area. Again, we're overlooking the Ozark Mountains. We have spectacular outdoor amenities, for example, for hiking. We have around 40 kilometers of trails for the entire Northwest Arkansas region, plenty of lakes. And I know Rovindo is going to show you one of the pictures for himself kayaking in one of those lakes. Fayetteville is routinely considered among the country's finest college towns, relatively safe area, and it's regularly ranked best places to live in the United States. Currently, we have 34,100 students in the fall of 2025, students coming from all 50 states. We have students from 120 countries, totaling more than 1,500 students. We have 10 colleges and 210 academic programs. Excuse me. The university itself is consistently ranked around 100 top public research institutions in the United States. There is a classification that we call the Carnegie classification, which ranks the university at top 2%. It's important to mention that the success of any university depends on two factors: the number of money that faculty brings in grant funding and the number of publications. So this Carnegie classification usually uses those two factors, plus, of course, some other factors like the number of doctoral students who graduate, retention rate, and other factors. We're ranked fifth in the best value colleges by Kiplinger, U.S. News and World Report ranked Fayetteville the 75th best town to live in the 2025. We have a big endowment, which is mostly from the big companies. I'm sure Dr. Rhodes mentioned them before I joined the call. Uh, Walmart, JB Hunt, and Tyson are top three companies in the Northwest Arkansas region, and we do have currently an endowment totaling $1 billion. One part of this endowment went to the graduate school, and it's $100 million, and those are used to fund graduate student stipends and also to provide students with funding to attend meetings. I would like to share some more information about those meetings. You get to go to at least one conference per year. So if you're again, a doctoral student going to a conference nationally, if you're master's, you get around $1,000. If doctoral, $1,500. And if you're attending an international conference, you get $2,000. And that's per student. So if you're attending a conference here in the States, $1,500, and you get room with another student, then you can share the room, get flight, and the cost and per diem. And this is per student per year. So you get to go to a conference per year for 5 years. I myself, and I don't know if Dr. Rhodes mentioned this, I actually finished my PhD under Dr. Rhodes, and one of the things that he mentioned early on when I was his student is encouragement to attend those conferences for networking and to share knowledge and to gain knowledge. And so I was able to attend at least five conferences. And if the conferences are nearby, he has actually never charged us. He takes us in his car and pays for gas and most of the times for our food. The other thing is, if faculty members have the money, they can take you to another conference or two. I think Rovindo has been going to at least two conferences per year for the past 4 years, which is to me extremely important because you get to present your research. And I will also pick on Rovindo again, that he likes to present and compete in those conferences, and he won more than one award in attending those conferences and presenting oral presentations. So if you join the University of Arkansas, I highly encourage you to try to take advantage of those travel grants and to attend conferences. Sometimes your faculty members may not be aware or uh, may not have the time to recommend that you go to those conferences, but you can also go and talk with them and ask them if you can attend some of those conferences. Next, please.
There.
Right. So we do have affordable off-campus apartments. We do have campus, and usually I get this by email or from prospective students. Can we live on campus? You actually don't need to live on campus, and you don't want to live on campus because the apartment complexes or the rooms or the again dorms for students are crowded, and currently we actually don't have a space. There are more and more apartment complexes built around the city, including I heard one going to be built very soon. Through the news yesterday, there is a free Razorback transit, like what I said, throughout the city, greater than 40 kilometers of hiking and biking trails connected to campus. So, as I said, we highly recommend that students rent apartments on the bus route. So you can see where the bus is and you can hop on the bus and go to campus. One of the helpful things that we recommend is simply try to connect with the students who are already on campus. I know Rovindo is here. We do have other students who may be joining soon. I know I accepted Udara, who I see his name on the call as well. So you can connect with those students, and something they'll provide you with enough information on the apartment and where to rent a good apartment. We do have airlines serving the Northwest Arkansas region, connecting this city to nearly everywhere in the country. So all major airlines are present: Breeze, Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontiers, United. We also, I would say, if the city is closed, we try to use our vehicles to travel. So we do have, again, mostly using vehicles. But again, if United States is extremely big, it's a continent. You get to travel using airplanes for the most part to big cities like Atlanta, North Carolina, Illinois, Detroit, Houston, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, all these states and cities. The airport called Northwest Arkansas National Airport used to be Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport, but again, through direct funding and from the city, state, federal agencies, and even donations, now it's called the Northwest Arkansas National Airport, and the abbreviation is XNA.
Dr. Adnan, I just noticed that this map has Atlanta located in Mississippi.
Yep. We got it from glorious times, if you remember.
I know.
So, and you and I know exactly to know better than this, but that's okay. One of my favorite photos, in fact, this is the photo that caught my attention. When I traveled to Northwest Arkansas, I actually landed in Little Rock, not knowing that Fayetteville has an airport. But the person who actually helped me travel to Northwest Arkansas lived in Little Rock. So he asked me to fly to Little Rock, and I got to see all these beautiful highways in Northwest in Arkansas. Fayetteville is linked to through major highways to many other cities surrounding and major cities, beautiful mountain scenery, and in fact, plenty of places that you can stop at and visit while going to Fayetteville, Arkansas. You can see the distances in miles, of course. Here you can multiply this times 1.6 kilometer. The mile is 1.6 kilometers. So Chicago is 632 miles, Dallas 398, and so on and so forth. Again, I can testify, and I'm sure the students will testify as well. I moved from Iraq to Fayetteville, Arkansas in August of 2008. And as I said, Dr. Rhodes not just welcomed me, but considered me as one of his family members, still is. And again, sometimes if you are lucky, you get to enjoy not just an advisor, but also a mentor, and sometimes an academic father like Dr. Rhodes to me. It's a great place to live. It's the open part and most welcoming part of the state of Arkansas. Plenty of places to go to for tourism, for enjoyment. We do have plenty of apartment space and great students and countries from all over the world. A great place to call home, and that's why myself, my wife, and 3 kids decided to stay in Northwest Arkansas and enjoy all of this. I hope that we can welcome some of you guys. I know certainly that Udara is going to join. Hopefully, my lab, he got his visa and he will be joining in January. I also need to mention that I accepted also an additional Sri Lankan student. So it will be 3 Sri Lankan doctoral students in my lab. Some people say that maybe I'm trying to make my lab all go to Sri Lanka, which I don't mind, but I do have other nationalities also in my lab. Just so you know, I have from Indonesia, from Vietnam, from Bangladesh as well. You can again scan this form, and then the information will go to the graduate school and to this CMB program, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. Again, thank you, and we wish to welcome you to Fayetteville, Arkansas sometime in the near future.
And we'll leave that QR code up while we move on, and I'll hand it back to Ruvindu, who's going to be introducing I think Dr. Kanan's going to give us a little talk next, right, Ruvindu?
Yes, Dr. Rhodes. Actually, Dr. Dilan will be introducing the speakers from this point on, but yeah, I believe it was Dr. Kanan next.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, before that, I should thank Dr. Rhodes and Dr. Alrube for their valuable introductions. Actually, we could get a lot of information from your introductory sessions. So thank you very much for that. So next, I cordially invite Dr. Raghupati Kannan, Professor of Biological Science at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, to address the gathering and share your experiences and the other things relevant to this session.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here on this wonderful Thursday morning or Thursday evening for you. I don't know if you all know this, but I was fortunately stranded in Ruhuna for over a year during the height of the pandemic. And Dr. Sunitha and Dr. Dillon and all those wonderful faculty in Ruhuna took good care of me. I was a Fulbright scholar. The Fulbright program was suspended, so they bailed me out by giving me an honorary visiting professorship there. And that changed a lot of lives. It not only changed mine, because I gained a deep appreciation of not only Ruhuna and the wonderful faculty and the students, but also the country. But I also had the privilege, having been stranded there for over a year, I had the privilege of working one-on-one with wonderful students. In fact, Ruvindu was the first student I mentored and worked on. And since then, I have had the pleasure of working with Isini, with Nadishani, and several other students. And what a pleasure it's been to work with them. And now they are making great strides in our doctoral program. Ruvindu is doing cutting-edge research. He's publishing top-notch papers on vaccine development in bacteria. So I'm very proud of them. And I'm really hoping that many more will follow. I know that there are some here who are a little frustrated because they're not hearing back from the faculty. I know some have tried and not succeeded. I want them to know that they should not give up. Perseverance really helps. They should work with Ruvindu and me and Dr. Doug and Dr. Adnan till they get a faculty sponsor. So that's all I have to add. Anyone is welcome to contact me. These days, I kind of outsource requests for help to Ruvindu and Isini because Nadi, they're very good at mentoring and bringing in more students from Sri Lanka. I want Dr. Doug and Adnan to address one more thing, or a couple of more things, if they don't mind. One is the English language requirement. And the other is what is their advice for students who are unable to find a sponsor or who don't get replies from faculty. I know there are at least two in the audience who have contacted about 10 faculty and they've not heard back. Does that mean they have to give up? So if you don't mind, can you briefly address those two issues?
Well, if I can remember all of it, the question about English proficiency, I have just posted links to the CEMB landing page as well as the program faculty descriptions and most importantly, the information for applicants pages that are available on the website. Lots of detailed information. And if you go to the info for applicants page, there is a link down at the bottom for the English proficiency exams and the scores that are required. Any international student is required to present those English language proficiency scores. I know a lot of you have been taught in English, but the university still has its rules. I don't make those rules. The university makes the rules, the graduate school, and they enforce it. But there are a number of different exams that you can present, the Duolingo, the IELTS, the TOEFL. And so those are all listed on our website for your information. Now,
the minimum scores if you want to be a teaching assistant. So pay careful attention to those minimum scores.
right. And there's one set of scores for getting admission, another set of scores if you want to start as a teaching assistant. If you don't get a score high enough to be a teaching assistant, but you get you're an assistant, another different assistantship to start out with, then you can take one English proficiency course on campus in person, not an exam, and become qualified to be a teaching assistant after you get here. Okay?
Oh, great. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
There are so many details, and it took me 35 years to learn all of them, so I don't expect anybody else to remember that stuff. As for contact with faculty, I deal with this all the time, and Dr. Al-Rubaie and I have an understanding that everybody will get answered within 24 hours when they email us. It's just responsible. But that's not the case for most faculty. I send out emails to them asking them for information, and they take weeks to get back to me. Sometimes they don't get back to me, and I have to send them a reminder. And they've gotten used to getting 3 or 4 reminders before I get tough with them and say, look, I need this now. So I can't change most faculty. They are their own institution. They get to set their own rules. But that being said, they can be very slow to respond, which means you have to be persistent. And the rules that Dr. Adnan and I share with students are send them an email, give them 3 or 4 days to answer. They could be out of town, they could be on the road. And if they haven't answered, then send them a follow-up message with copying what you had before, saying, look, I know you're very busy, but I'm really anxious to come to the University of Arkansas and be a graduate student, and I'm hoping that you have opportunities in your lab. Could you please let me know if you're going to be accepting any students? Give them a couple days. If they haven't answered, send them another follow-up message. And if they still don't answer after 3 messages, then I'm going to say you don't want to work for that person anyway. Because they're just not a very good person. They're not going to be a good mentor. Now, we have 120 faculty in the program, but only about 50 of them actually have graduate students in the program. And Dr. Al-Rubaie now is the leader in the number of CEMB students in his research program. I used to be back when he was my graduate student, and now he's taken my place because I plan to retire very soon and turn everything over to him. So pay attention to Dr. Al-Rubaie. He is my replacement. All right? Back to you, Dr. Conan, or are we going to go back to Dr. Dillon?
I just want to add one more thing before I hand it over to Dr. Dillon. I make sure that the students we bring into from Sri Lanka are well taken care of. So I have fixed them up with my own friends, American friends in Fayetteville, and my goodness, they have become part of their families. So you will not be neglected, ignored. You will not be homesick when you get here because we have a lot of good support groups, host families who will kind of adopt you and make sure that you're very happy. And I bet Hisni and Nadi can testify to the friends that I have fixed them up with.
Let me just mention that we have an international student and scholar office on campus that handles all the visa paperwork, handles matriculating you into the program, helps you make connections with other graduate students that are from the same region or same country. We have a multicultural center on campus in our student union that hosts events for all of our international students and for the regional specificities. So there's a Diwali celebration for the Indian students. They do all sorts of things to make everybody feel welcome. I have
not given up on my long-term goal of getting Dr. Sunitha here on a Fulbright. My dream is to co-host Dr. Sunitha here between the Fort Smith and Fayetteville campuses. We're just an hour away from each other. I was waiting for all the political uncertainties to settle down. I'm glad to see that the Fulbright has not been axed, at least not in its entirety. So I have not given up on getting Dr. Sunitha here for a semester.
Something that Dr. Adnan mentioned about Old Main and Fulbright College. We have Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences on our campus because Senator J. William Fulbright, after whom the Fulbright Fellowships are named, was born and raised in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and went to school on our campus and was the youngest president of our campus before he went on to become a senator. So there is a statue to Senator Fulbright right behind Old Main, which is right behind Dr. Al-Rubaiyeh's head. And Dr. Al-Rubaiyeh and I believe in what Senator Fulbright believed, that through international education and exchange, the world will be a better place. I'm not sure we're ever going to get to that better place because things keep getting topsy-turvy, but we are still going to fight for world friendship, world peace through education. And then I'll shut up.
Yeah, it is so nice that when Isini first got here, one of the first things she did was to go to that statue of Senator Fulbright by the Old Main and whispered a thank you, because she wouldn't be here without Senator Fulbright.
Okay, can I join with a little bit of a question? And also thank you, Dr. Kannan, for mentioning about the attempts of my application. So, Dr. Rhodes, actually, I understand the importance of having a sponsor secured before the application and so on. But we have heard certain cases where the application is sent first and then they haven't secured a sponsor beforehand. But during the process, somehow a faculty member come forward and recruit that student for the graduate program under his supervision. So maybe we have several examples, maybe at least I know one example. So that is also happening, right?
Good question.
Yes.
Yes, I know of at least one where the application was completely filled and one faculty member happened to go into Slate and find that and read it, and then he contacted the student. So yes, Doug, go ahead.
That's the exception, not the rule.
All right.
Most faculty are not actively combing through the applications because they have to go to a website, they have to search and get a list of students, and then it's very time consuming. That's why we have the applicant profile, because that will alert faculty, because you're required on the applicant profile to list the faculty that you'd like to work with, in whose research you're interested. And we request that you do at least 10, but the more you do, the more faculty will be alerted. The larger the number of faculty will be that get notified that your application is in the system and you are seeking a faculty sponsor.
Yeah, I understand that. I think some of our students, they may not have sent that kind of profile beforehand, or before they send the application or emails to faculty members. So I think in the audience, if you are there, please make sure that if you are thinking about an application, then please do the prior preparations for that, as Dr. Rhodes mentioned here. So please read all the information available on their website. I think they are its full information is available. I have seen the website several times, although I'm not a candidate, but it's full of information. I think if you are interested in applying, it's your job to find the details about how to do it properly. And we are having this awareness session to help you further, actually. So it's a wonderful effort from the UARC team here in this collaboration. Thank you.
Before we run out of time, can we get some of the testimonials from our current students?
Yes, Dr. Rhodes. So first, we are going to listen to the speech of Miss Mavini Kularatna. Actually, she's a teaching assistant and a second year PhD student of the CEMB program. So I cordially invite Miss Mavini Kularatna to address the gathering. Actually, these are really proud products of University of Ruhana. So we are happy to see you all like this.
Hello, good evening. I think I'm audible to you, Dr. Dylan, right?
Yes, yes, we can hear you well.
Okay. Okay, it's good to see you all. Good evening, everybody from Sri Lanka, and good morning to all from Arkansas. So I'm Mavini Kularatna, and I'm a second year student from CEMB program, and my home department is chemistry. And initially, when I was in University of Ruhana, I majored in chemistry as well. So I would like to share something about myself, my experience first, with you all. So, I did my A levels in 2016, and I joined University of Ruhana science faculty as a graduate, as undergrad, and then I did zoology, botany, chemistry as my subjects. So after the second year, I got an opportunity to got selected to the special program of chemistry. There, though I selected chemistry as my major in my university back there, but my interest was to study about genetics and microbiology a lot. So I was thinking and planning to do a master's degree or a PhD degree in I wanted to cross path chemistry and to join genetics or molecular biology area. So after my final exams, actually, I had my final exams on 2022. So then I started my journey of finding opportunity in a PhD program or master's degree program. So while I was going through the process of finding an opportunity, that I got to know about the cell and molecular biology program in University of Arkansas. Actually, I heard from about this program from Dr. Sunita, as well as some of my friends, because there are few seniors here, like my immediate seniors like Ruvindu, Prabha, Aki, as well as my best friend is also here, Asinsa. So I got to know from them about this program. And then, as Dr. Sunita mentioned, I'm also an exception from the normal process, because in the middle, I started, I did my IELTS exams on July, and after that, I started applying for universities. So basically, from my home department, like chemistry department, I got an immense support and encouragement to apply for PhD opportunities in USA. So from the beginning, actually, they have guided us to apply for universities in USA. So my home department, they have pushed me a lot. Not only me, 25 of us were there in chemistry department, and they have supported us a lot. So I applied Wayne State University, Marquette University, and some other universities in the same time, and I got actually application fee waiver from that universities. Because of that, I intended to like pay the application fee in University of Arkansas. So like I started applying for 3 universities basically. The first one was University of Arkansas, then University of Ruhana, University of Market. And since I got application fee waivers from other universities, I hope I like paid the application fee for the University of Arkansas and submitted the applicant profile to to the portal. And at the same time, I contacted Dr. Rhodes as well to know whether I am eligible because my major was chemistry in Sri Lanka. And I got a nice email that I was eligible. I'm eligible to apply for CEMB program. So after that, I started application and I submitted it, and then I submitted my applicant profile also. And then actually I started writing to the professors. But before that, actually, after I submitted my applicant profile, and after about 2 days, I got an email from my current supervisor, and she's so happy with my profile, and she wanted to have a Zoom meeting, online meeting with me, and it went nicely, and I was happy with her as well. So it was settled at the end of the meetings, and after that, I got my first like email from Dr. Rhodes, the kind of acceptance, and then actually I got the offer letter, offer letter from graduate school on December, and then I got the I-20 on January, and after that my process went smoothly because I get everything as I hoped, and this is the like university I applied first, and I got the offer. I'm lucky in that case actually. So after coming here for as an answer for another question, so my English, as I got IELTS as my qualification exam, I got 7 as my overall band. But when it comes to my speaking band, I got 6 as my speaking band. So for being a TA in University of Arkansas, we need to have 7 from IELTS speaking band. But since I have 6, I had to like my professor, she gave me an RA position in the beginning in my first semester, and I was enrolled in an English program in the university, and after that, like at the end of the semester, I did a kind of oral examination, and then I got I passed the exam. So after that, I was enrolled here as a TA from my second semester. So that is my journey to from University of Ruhana to University of Arkansas, and now I'm a second year student. Currently, I'm working on my first paper as well as my candidacy exam too. So I think I took a little longer time. So that is my journey, and I think most of the students that have like joined to the program knows me because they are going to be my immediate junior batch or super junior batch from University of Ruhana. So they can contact me as well if they have any questions. And I would like to actually hand over the session to Dr. Dylan again. So thank you all for listening me, and thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you again. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you very much, Mavini. Actually, it's a really interesting story. We like to listen to your stories like this. In the meantime, dear students, those who are listening to these stories, please try to get the maximum benefit of this session and try to be like these students, right? Because they also may have joined to the previous sessions like you all. As I told you, this is the third time that we are organizing this event. So they may have listened to the sessions like this, and they have obtained the maximum benefit from those sessions. So that is what we expect. So as the next speaker, I like to invite Miss Prabha Dayavansha. Actually, she's also a teaching assistant, and she's a third year PhD candidate of the CEMB program at the moment. Miss Prabha.
Thank you, Dr. Dylan. I have a slide to share. Dr. Rhodes, can you allow me to share my slides, please? Right. Okay, good afternoon, everybody from Sri Lanka. So as Dr. Dylan introduced me, I'm a senior graduate assistant in University of Arkansas. Today, I wanted to tell you a little bit on how I started my journey and how I came here. I wanted to highlight on my thought process. So first of all, I wanna where did I started? For me, it was very important understanding what I wanted because I come from a zoology background. I did my bachelor BSc in zoology, and my research was a socio-demographic polymorphism of an MTHFR gene associated with the female subfertility. So I had interested in molecular biology, and also I was interested in chemistry as well. So I wanted to pursue a chemistry or a zoology degree as a special degree, and I got selected to zoology. So when I started doing a PhD, my further studies, my second thought was where are my interest lies. So I knew I liked molecular biology, and I have a background of molecular biology after completing the 4 year of zoology. And I wanted to learn more about protein chemistry. As Dr. Roth says earlier, my second thought was what techniques I'm proficient in and what methods do I need to add or develop further. So this thought got me into the process of reading the research papers in the Cell and Molecular Biology program supervises. Currently, I'm in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, and my research is biochemical characterization of protein associated with signal transduction. I want you to highlight here. I came from a biology or zoology background, and I still pursued my interest in protein chemistry because cell and molecular biology program is such a diverse program. As Dr. Rod mentioned, it has 18 departments. So make sure you read the page well. The next step is explore your interest in CEMB program. So if you type in program faculty research area, you will get a name of the professor and their research area and their email as well. So Dr. Paul Adam is my supervisor. And if you click on the name, they redirected you to a website which has their research areas and what have they done, what their publications, so and so, all the details, including their CVs. So take a read, take a notes, and start writing to the professors. As Professor Sunita mentioned, I would like to say at this point of your application process, while you are reading and writing to the professors, start your application, and if there's financial availability, submit your application to the portal. Because my supervisor, I was trying for 1 year. I started trying for PhD with Ruvindu, and Ruvindu got accepted after 6-7 months. And it's very easy to get fed up in the process. And I was after we were both trying at the same time and we got accepted, I was fed up at the point, but I kept trying and trying. So I submitted my application to the portal. Then Dr. Adams reached out to me saying he has the TA position to offer, and my application process continued afterwards. So that's my advice. Start your reading, understand your where you stand, and go from there, and like make sure you keep touching with the deadlines and so on, and you will go to your dreams. So I want to tell you one thing about, if you plan well, a balanced life awaits you. So I want to highlight a little bit about, apart from academics, what University of Arkansas offers. We have a Office International Student and Scholars. They have an iFriend program. They match you with the host once you come to the USA. This is my iFriend in the picture in the left-hand corner. She traveled to Sri Lanka with me this summer, so I never felt alone here. I had my Sri Lankan family, and I had Professor Kannan to help me get settled here, and I also had her introduced through the university. Also, there's an international culture team, another organization where you can share your culture. I'm well obsessed with dancing, and I didn't get much chance to dance in my undergrad or school time because I was well occupied with my readings and studies. So I explore this chance to dance well and share my culture in University of Arkansas. And also, if you're a nature lover, there are so many sites like hiking site. You can go kayaking, or if you like to dress up and play in like Renaissance time, you can go to the Renaissance Festival. Or else, if you like to like read books and enjoy the beautiful season, we have 4 beautiful seasons here: spring, fall, summer, and winter. And I am also like, I love to have pets. So this is my puppy right over here. I wanted to show him off. So do your job, like do not give up on and keep working on what you wanted to become. There's like a beautiful future awaits you if you try and not give up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabha. Actually, you shared really important messages to our students. So thank you very much again. So we can go to our next speaker, Miss Ishini Ranawaka. Actually, she's a teaching assistant and a fourth-year PhD candidate of the CEMB program at the moment. Miss Ishini will talk to you next.
Thank you, Dr. Dylan. Good morning or good evening to you all. If I'm to share my own experience, I was a zoology student, graduated 5 years ago now. And my undergraduate research was based on some biomarkers, urinary biomarkers. And those biomolecules were the link that I'm being a zoology student ended up in a cell and molecular biology program. So if we go back, when I was in my 4th year, I met Dr. Kannan. He was there for his Fulbright visit, and he was the one who introduced me the cell and molecular biology program, as well as the University of Arkansas. So at that time, I had no intention to come to the US or start a PhD directly from the undergraduate studies. So I was planning on doing a master's in the Europe, and I was thinking, and my mind was full occupied for that area. Like I was looking and the application, filling out those things. But Dr. Kannan showed me this wonderful opportunity, and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's give it a try and see what happens. So at the end of my 4th year, I decided I will apply to the PhD program in University of Arkansas. So then I completed my bachelor's degree and joined the zoology department as a demonstrator, or as we call here, as a teaching assistant. I have to say this, that the work was very flexible and everybody in the department was so motivated, and they help you to achieve higher education. So I was able to finish my IELTS exam within very few first months. Within 3 months, I think, when I start working. And then once I got the results from the IELTS exam, I started writing to professors. I think I wrote maybe 20 or 30 professors altogether at that time. And while I was writing, I started working on the application for the graduate school, I think, which took me like several days to complete it. And I would I want to say that the application was very straightforward. The questions were easy when compared to the other applications in other countries. So while I was writing those emails, I got back from my advisor after so many rejections or no response at all. So that's literally normal. And I really liked my advisor's research and the way he present himself. So he offered me an interview and I accepted it. And then I faced the interview, and I think he was happy with the way I expressed my research experience and the way I answered the questions, maybe. And I was happy with him too. So he took me as his graduate student, and this happened during the COVID period. So I think after that, within few weeks, I got an email from Dr. Rhodes saying that I've been accepted to the CEMB program. And I was really happy at that time. It felt like a roller coaster. It's happy, then there's another task you have to do, then you again in the stress, again you see the results, again you are happy, likewise. But unfortunately, because it was COVID, I had to defer my intake to the next year. I don't think that's relevant today for this content, so let's skip the details there. And after that, I got my I-20 from the college. Then I applied for the visa interview. And the visa interview went really smoothly because all my possible expenses were covered in the I-20. So I didn't have to show any money, any property likewise. The interview took like 3-4 minutes and I got the approval. This happens I think in early June, maybe. Then I got here for the fall 2020, the same year in August, first week. And I started as a research assistant. So I think my advisor applied for that, and Dr. Rhodes gave me a research assistantship through the CEMB program. That really helped me to start this program. Like I had that for 2 years. All I had to do was do the research and work in the lab and finish my relevant coursework. So I was able to finish all my coursework within the first 2 years and get done with it. And currently I'm a teaching assistant, and it started on my 3rd year. And if you don't get a research assistant, if you are eligible for a teaching assistant or they are willing to give you that, don't be afraid. I was afraid that time, but don't be afraid. You will be totally fine once you get here. And I'm teaching organic labs like Prabha and Mavini. Chemistry was not my major subject, it was my minor subject. But in Sri Lanka, all the course content, the subject matter, it's perfectly covered. You can be like comfortably teach here. So don't worry about that at all. I want to highlight that because I was scared that time. And apart from that, my research is based on mass spectrometry. Again, I'm working on proteomics. I do protein folding energies, and currently we are developing an apparatus. It is actually a homemade apparatus. We started with the scratch, like small things connected together, and we are working on that. And I had the ability to present my data and the findings in conferences. As Dr. Al-Rubai said, the school and the program, they fund you for those conferences. So you don't have to pay out of your pocket, which is really great. You can travel for free and you can present your findings. That's really good. I think Ruvindu will talk about that more. And I want to say, I'm glad that I took this opportunity and I listened to Dr. Kannan. And because I see how much opportunities are here and I see how flexible the program is, how even like if you don't like your current lab, if you really don't like it, you have a possibility that you can change from one department to another. So there is that possibility, but I'm not saying that your lab gonna be a bad place, but you have that opportunity too. And the people are here really nice, especially the program directors and everybody there. They're willing to help you. So if you have a problem once you get here, so you don't have to worry. Within like with few emails, you can solve it. So I'm glad that I'm here, and I am looking forward to see you all in Fayetteville in near future. And I wish you all the very best. And I hope my small talk helped you like starting this process, because sometimes inevitable things can happen. Like my admission got delayed for 1 year and I waited. So don't give up. The process is hard. Everybody knows that. And you have that courage and the confidence you can face that. So I think this help you a little bit. I would be glad if that's so. So I want to pass this back to Dr. Dylan, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Isini. Actually, you also motivated our students a lot. Thank you very much for your speech. So the next speaker is Mr. Ruindu Pereira. Actually, he's also a research assistant and a fourth year PhD candidate of the CMB program. Actually, this time Ruindu played a huge role of this session. Actually, she took the lead. He took the lead to organize this session. In addition, he did many important parts of organizing this session. So I cordially invite Rovindu to share your experiences with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Devan. And very good evening to everyone joining from Sri Lanka, and good morning to you all here. So before starting, I should mention that Dr. Dylan, while being a lecturer at the Department of Zoology, is a part of the Career Guidance Unit at the University of Ruhana, which encourages undergraduates like I was at the time to explore beyond their undergraduate, to grow in their career and go outwards to developing themselves. So thank you very much, Dr. Dylan, and he's always helped a lot in organizing these events and disseminating the information across the university and to other universities as well. So that being said, let me share my screen here. I hope my screen is visible to you all.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I started my journey in the University of Arkansas Fayetteville in January of 2022, which makes me close to finishing the fourth year in my PhD program right now in cell and molecular biology under the co-advising of Dr. Adnan Arubai, who spoke to you all earlier, and Dr. Pami Jesudasan. So speaking about my transition, my utmost appreciation and gratitude goes to all my advisors and mentors of the time, including Professor Sunita, who spoke to you earlier, and Professor Munasinghe, who's currently the Dean of the Faculty of Science, and greatly to Professor Kannan. So it was through him I just heard the name Arkansas, which I had never heard of even before. And he was so generous and kind in coordinating my application with the cell and molecular biology program, and also recommending me to the prospective faculty who I would reach out to at that time. So like Prabha mentioned, I was Prabha's batchmate, and both of us were we did parts of the same research for our undergraduate. I was looking at the single nucleotide polymorphisms of the MTHFR gene in relation to cleft lip and palate syndrome. So both of us started our application process towards the beginning of our final year in 2021. And through the advice of Dr. Kannan and all the other mentors, I faced the test of English as a foreign language, which is the American version of IELTS, I would say, on March. And I also completed my graduate record examination by July of the same year. So by the time I graduated in November of 2021, I was pretty much done with everything, all the steps needed for my application to be processed in the cell and molecular biology program. So one of the key takeaways to anyone who's hoping to apply right now is that please don't wait until the last moment. Try your hunting for future opportunities and your process early through your career, maybe before the start of your final year. That way, this process easily takes about 1 year in my experience. And as you have heard from Prabha and Isini, they might have taken a little bit longer. So the earlier you start, the better. And of course, I had many faculty members that I reached out to as well. I wrote to so many of them. From like half of them I never even heard back, and from so many of them I heard back, but they were saying, I would really love to have you in my lab, but either they did not have the funding required for it at the time, or they did not have a vacancy in their lab, like the lab was full. So it is a process which might be tiring at some times, but if you give up before you try, you're gonna fail for sure. So keep persevering, keep trying, like Dr. Kanan also mentioned earlier. So moving on, I enrolled here in the spring or January of 2022, and I'm really appreciative of being selected to have the Doctoral Academy Fellowship. So, like Dr. Rhodes mentioned again, if you're hoping to be considered into this fellowship, please make sure that you complete your graduate record examination also, and before, like along with the application process at least, before being enrolled. Because once you enter the university, you don't have the availability of being selected for this fellowship later in your career. So you have to receive it at the point which you enter into the university. So that's important. And then my research focuses on developing a vaccine against bacterial chondronecrosis with osteomyelitis, which is a great cause of lameness in broiler chickens, which can be detrimental to human consumers in terms of their health, but also it is causing a vast negative impact on the poultry industry as well as the economy of the USA, causing losses in hundreds of millions of dollars annually, because the broiler chickens diagnosed with BCO have to be condemned at the marketing age. So I'm happy to mention that we have had success with our vaccine. I have also had the privilege of contributing to about $50,000 grant towards developing our vaccine as a co-investigator. And our vaccine also received a provisional patent from the University of Arkansas. And apart from that, I completed my candidacy exam in the PhD program in 2024. So moving on with my life here, like Dr. Rhodes mentioned and Dr. Al-Rubai mentioned, I have had the privilege to attend and present at several conferences throughout my time here. And this is mostly thanks to the advice, guidance, and funding of my faculty members, faculty advisors, Dr. Jesadasan and Dr. Al-Rubai, but also, like Isini mentioned, like Dr. Rhodes mentioned, the Cell and Molecular Biology program, as well as the graduate school, is really generous in funding students to attend different conferences and to explore avenues in networking and building up connections. So that's not something which all graduate schools does. And if that funding is not enough, there are other organizations like the Graduate Professional Student Congress, which will like help students with some other grants as well. So you have so many opportunities once you enter the University of Arkansas as a grad student. So let me get my pointer just to point out something. How can I get my pointer? Okay, sorry about that. So this is the latest conference which I attended to earlier this year in Little Rock. And like Dr. Al-Rubai mentioned, Dr. Rhodes took us all over there in his personal vehicle. We did not have to spend a thing because this was close. He drove us there. He treated us to a nice dinner. So likewise, you get great father figures and so many people to support you once you come here. So that's so nice of them. And in this conference, it was hosted by the Arkansas Biosciences Institute. Dr. Al-Rubai was recognized as the best upcoming researcher of the year for 2024 and 25. So hats off to him. Moving on, these would be several recognitions and achievements which we received for our research. We have had the privilege of publishing in several peer-reviewed and reputed journals. And also some of my presentations, like Dr. Al-Rubai mentioned, were recognized, and I was awarded in several national and international level conferences. I was also recognized as National Scholar for the University of Arkansas for the years 24 and 2025. So I'm really, really grateful to all the opportunities which have changed my life over here, which I never dreamt of while I was thinking of applying to the university back in 2021. And also I have to stress out the fact that your research or what you're hoping to do in your PhD or graduate studies should not or does not have to be related to what you did in your
Even though your audio is messed up, I cannot hear you anymore.
Likewise.
Can
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
now you are.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I think my internet connection went unstable for a minute. So as I was saying, your whatever you do or whatever you expertise in your undergraduate or work on does not have to be related to what you do in your graduate studies or PhD. You just have to be open to opportunities. And like Dr. Rod said, focus on what you need to learn to develop in your career. So someday in my life, I hope to work more on molecular biology, but at this point, I had experience with a lot of microbiology and immunology, which I never thought of doing at the time I was applying, but now I'm really grateful to all the experience I've had here. So be open to opportunities and think broader. So moving apart from that, I'm also an active member of the International Culture Team, and I served as the Vice President of the Sri Lankan Student Association. So these organizations help us to take our culture out into the world, share ourselves with the others, but at the same time, engage in other events hosted by many other countries, learn from their cultures, and incorporate all the good things to our repertoire as well. So I'm really grateful to all the opportunities given by the University of Arkansas here. And apart from that, Fayetteville is one of the best places for you to live. I've had so many first time ever experiences like laser tag, kayaking, like Dr. Al mentioned earlier during his speech, and laser tag. And the university also has a program called the iFriend program, which gets you in contact with a family or a native person of the USA to learn more about their culture. So this was my iFriend at the time. I still have contacts with him. So all I want to say at the end to wind up is that if you want to grow and improve career-wise and reach beyond your horizon, but at the same time enjoy your life, enjoy the scenery, and do it happily, Fayetteville is the place to be, and you will be amazed by the marvels which you have to unravel and how nice and helpful the people are here. So I cordially invite you all to join us here and embark on a journey beyond your wildest dreams. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. You have my contact information here, and I'm happy to take any questions you have at the Q&A session. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak here. Back to you, Dr.
Thank you
Khan.
very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Rohindu. Actually, you also shared really important messages with our students. In addition, you gave a lot of take-home messages to our students. So those are really important. Thank you very much again for your valuable contributions. In addition, we also wish you all the best and good luck for your future endeavors. So next speaker, he's a little bit different person. I will say like that because he has not joined with the CEMB program yet. However, he recently graduated and he was one of our demonstrators about a few months ago. Now he has obtained the opportunity to join with the CMB program. So I cordially invite Mr. Udara Ratnayaka to share your experiences with our participants.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ilan. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Udara.
Yes. I'm Udara Ratnayaka, a graduate with first class honors degree in zoology from University of Ruhana. And currently, I'm an incoming doctoral student in cell and molecular biology program at University of Arkansas, starting in spring 2026. It's a great honor to share my story about the application process and the admission for University of Arkansas. My path toward this program has been truly special. During my undergraduate research, I had the opportunity to conduct few basic molecular biology experiments, and I was fascinated by how life can be explored and understood at the molecular level. From that moment on, I dreamed of doing a PhD or master's in molecular biology, and today the dream is becoming a reality. So after graduation, I started exploring postgraduate opportunities abroad, and I've sent hundreds of emails, did IELTS, and applied for some scholarship rounds. But finally, I was lucky to connect with Dr. Adnan Al-Rubai, who is my PhD advisor now. I got that opportunity through Mr. Rovindu Pereira, one of my senior colleague from University of Ruhana. We worked together in the Birders Club, and I think that connection played a big role in opening this great opportunity for me. And after the interview with Dr. Al-Rubai around March 2025, I applied to the University of Arkansas, and I was offered the admission for the fall intake. But unfortunately, due to visa administrative processing and new regulations, my visa was delayed longer than expected. So I had to defer my admission for the spring intake 2026. It was a very stressful time, but everyone at the University of Arkansas was really supportive, and they helped me a lot throughout the deferral process. So I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Adnan Al-Rubai, Dr. Douglas Rhodes, and the graduate and international admission staff at the University of Arkansas for their constant guidance and support throughout my application process. And also, I'm very grateful to my mentors in Sri Lanka, Professor Emali Munasinghe, Senior Professor Sunita Gunavikrama, and Dr. Sadun Bandara for their constant encouragement, guidance, and belief in me throughout my academic journey. And a special thank goes to Mr. Rovindu. His support and advice helped me get to where I am today. And to all the students here with the dream of continuing their studies at University of Arkansas or anywhere around the world, my advice is simple: keep learning, keep trying, and trust that if you trust that your hard work will open the right doors at the right time. And for me, this whole journey from dreaming in a small undergraduate lab in Sri Lanka to join a PhD program, the process is completely amazing. And this reminds me that if you truly love something, if you truly love what you do, your doors will eventually open. And thank you very much. And I wish you all the very best for your academic journeys ahead. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Udara. So we have come to the end of this session. However, we had allocated about 10-15 minutes for questions and answers. So Rovindu, what can we do now? Time is about 6:20 in Sri Lanka time. As I think you may have to go to work, right?
How about Dr. Rhodes and Dr. Al-Rubai?
I'm still here.
So I'm available if there are any questions for a couple of minutes.
So, dear participants, if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions as soon as possible, because they should go to work, even though this is night time for us. They should go to work. Therefore, if you have questions, please ask as soon as possible. If you can't
If you're
directly
shy, you
talk,
can always type in your question in the chat.
yeah.
Or if you have questions that come up to you, then you can send them to cemb@uark.edu. That's our shared email address. I see Asini's gone for a walk.
I'm on my way for the TA session today. So this is the main entrance. And
Yep.
this is on the way to the chemistry department. So I'm teaching at 8. I have to be there. It's a little late today.
Great. She's taking us on a tour.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You'll be coming up on Fulbright's statue very soon.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. We don't see the fall colors yet this year. Otherwise, this would be more nicer, I guess. But still, yeah.
I'm so proud of how Rovindu recruited a student from his past. That's wonderful, Rovindu. That's the true hog spirit. Go Hogs.
Go Hogs.
So this is the old main. if you can see the clock tower, it's the old main.
Actually, the clock tower is on the other
Oh,
side.
the other side, yeah. I'm so close to the Fulbright statue.
Yep. The Peace Fountain, Fulbright Peace Fountain is on the right in front of the School of Architecture, and then on the left would be Fulbright statue. And freeze.
We'll be close there. Yeah.
Well, you're frozen now, isn't it? It's all right.
Oh. What about now?
Nope.
Still frozen.
There it is.
Oh, there.
Yep, there's the Fulbright statue. Our tour director, Assini, better hurry up so she can get to her TA meeting at 8 o'clock.
No, I will hang up on you guys.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you. Bye
Bye-bye.
for the tour.
So do we have any quick questions?
I think they don't have any questions, so I think we can believe that you have covered everything that is needed. So even I don't have any questions. It's so clear now what the procedures are and
Yes,
what the opportunities are.
But you've been through
So
this 3 times, so you're paying attention.
yeah, I have. Yeah, but it's always nice to hear about new things, and this time also it was very simpler. Dr. Rhodes actually described it in a very plain, brief and short manner, and I think everyone got the message.
But we'll
And
still
it was
still
nice.
do it again next year.
Huh? You are going to?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe
That will be
Dr.
wonderful.
Alrubaye and I can
Yeah.
do a trip together and come see Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
good
will be
idea.
wonderful. And Dr. Kannan also can join them so
Yeah,
that you
that'd be
have
great.
that
No,
would be a
last time we let him go, there was a pandemic.
yeah. No, you will not bring any this time. Don't worry.
Trump's
Okay,
in the
so
White House.
Dylan,
Trump is in
sorry.
the White House again. So if Anand goes to Sri Lanka, we could end up with a pandemic.
Well, don't worry. I have some bleach for you to drink if you want.
All right. With that, now we're in trouble with immigration and customs enforcement.
Dylan, I think I don't think they have questions, so
Yes,
you
madam.
can wind up the session by talking few words.
And also just to add up, once Dr. Rhodes shares the link to this recording with me, I will coordinate to share with Dr. Dillon, so that can be maybe shared with the students later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
sure.
will be
Let's do
wonderful.
that. Yeah. So before we wind up this session, I take this opportunity to thank all the resource persons who joined from the University of Arkansas today, especially Dr. Rhodes as well as Dr. Alrube. Actually, during last 3 years also, right? You speak like this and you shared your experiences and you advised to our students. So it is a really good thing, actually. Thank you very much for your valuable contributions like this. In addition, I should thank Dr. Raghupati Khannan as well. You also joined with the previous sessions as well, like today, and you always share your experiences as well as you encourage our students. Thank you very much for that. In addition, I should thank Senior Professor Sunita Gunavikrama as well, because she's the person who always coordinate this session like this. So she contact from the Arkansas side, and she always support for our students like this. So because of her contribution, as you can see here, many students have joined with the University of Arkansas. It is a really good thing. So thank you very much, madam, for your valuable contributions as well. In addition, as you saw, you could listen to many speeches of proud products of University of Ruhana. I will say like that. So Miss Mavini Kularatna, actually she's from Department of Chemistry. In addition to that, all the others, Miss Prabha Dayavansha, Ms. Ishini Ranawaka, Mr. Ravindu Pereira, as well as Mr. Udar Ratnayaka. All are from Department of Zoology. So we're really proud of you. In addition, thank you very much for your motivational speeches that you gave today. You motivated our recent undergraduates, so it is a really good thing. So thank you very much for your valuable contributions. So let's keep in touch and try your best to support to our students in the future as well. So thank you very much. So we can wind up this session. Madam, do you want to add something?
No, it's okay. So again, thank you very much, you all. And it's wonderful to see you at this time of the year on screen. That's also one good thing that we can see your faces actually. So all the former students of Ruhana, and I saw some in the audience, some our recently graduated general degree students, 3-year students as well, some of them. So they must have had something to learn about the programs and their requirements and so on. So it's a wonderful session again. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. It's good to have people from India join in as well.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Okay, bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.